what happens when you're feeling stuck, when you're feeling frustrated, when you're feeling bored? Something that happens throughout life, depending on different circumstances in your particular life. How do you work through that so you don't get stuck in the stuckness? So that's the little parrot on your shoulder telling you that something's got to change. You can't keep going. You cannot keep going in this way. So that little parrot on your shoulder, you want to thank them for sitting with you and letting you know and making you aware that things aren't quite working the way they are. And I'm always shocked. Like, I'm just shocked when this comes out of their mouth. You have to believe that you are good enough. You just gotta pixie dust it. You gotta believe that you are good enough and that you deserve the best and that you deserve the most out of life that it can give you. I actually had a house full of storytellers here in New Hampshire for over a week. It was fascinating because I'd actually been thinking about storytelling in terms of my story, how I want my daily story to go, how I want my weekly story to go, how I want my life story to go. And here I was presented with a house full of storytellers, no joke. And I had to sit with this complete stranger, and we only had an hour, and I had to outline my story of what it was that I was working on, the different projects that I'm working on, the different live workshops that I'm working on. The interesting thing that happened was I had to really cut down my language and stay focused. So I had to tell these stories about what I was doing and what I was planning on doing and how I got to the point where I was doing both. I was so thankful I had storytellers in my house. And here's the thing. In each one of these storytelling moments, I was really telling my story. Thinking about what is, first and foremost, your story. How did you get to this point that you are able to stand up or be in front of a camera, in front of people, and relate your experience, your story? Facebook Live! Woo! Hello, everybody. Bonjour! So, which brings us to kind of our subject today for episode 5, which is how to find your happy. Where's the happy in all this? I don't know. So I feel like I notice things to be happy about more. And so when I notice those things, I try to do them more. I remember when I was going through a breakup, there was just one particular song that I would just, when I needed to cry, I would play that song and I would just bawl my eyes out. I think, give me a thumbs up if you had that particular song. But the cool thing is you can do it without expecting anything in return. And I think that that's a lot of power behind that. There's even more power behind that when you give something in terms of love, in terms of happiness, in terms of positivity, without expecting anything in return.
I feel charming, oh so charming. It's alarming how charming I feel, and so pretty that I hardly can believe I'm real.
So the topic tonight, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Am I? Well, yes, of course you are. Absolutely. How can someone who is shy have this other side of them that is able to get up on stage and perform and can be extroverted? How does that happen? What is that? And do you have that in you? Because I was afraid I was going to run out of something to say. I was afraid of practice is so valuable to us, and in terms of just getting us comfortable with doing something that requires us to be an extrovert, and the fears that you have about, what am I going to say, or do I have something worthwhile to say, are purely thoughts that are based very truthfully in kind of your past experiences and how you built your self-confidence about yourself. And if you think about shyness and you think about what it is, it's like you are kind of avoiding something, or avoiding doing something, or avoiding being involved something. You're avoiding. It's like at some point you're going to run into it. You can only avoid something for so long, right? And eventually it kind of taps you on the shoulder and it's like, I'm back. You have to do this.
Sit the pretty girl